Hi Greenwood, this is Stephanie Turner. I'm your horticulture agent from Clemson University. I'm here today with Greenwood Calendar, sponsored by WCTEL. We're just going to do a little update on what's been going on at our extension offices up here. And I'm here today with Claire Harmon. She is a Master Gardener intern that has been working in our rain garden. And Claire, I'll let them tell you a little bit about the rain garden. What is a rain garden? I know we've done this before in a segment, but let's kind of refresh everybody's memory.
Sure. So in simple terms, a rain garden is a green solution to stormwater pollution. Stormwater originates with a rain event, and any water that doesn't soak into the ground is runoff, and as it flows across the landscape, it picks up pollutants such as animal waste, fertilizer, and litter, and deposits it directly into ditches, storm drains, and eventually our waterways.
Yeah.
So a rain garden is a landscape depression, or a bowl, if you will, that collects the stormwater and temporarily holds it. It acts like a sponge in the landscape to allow the water and pollutants to absorb into the depressed bed. The process replenishes the groundwater and improves downstream water quality.
Yeah, that's so important. So we don't want all that pollutant to get in our natural waterways. And besides being this sponge in this bowl, they can be really pretty too. We can put lots of plants in it and they'll have another function too.
Well, the plants in the rain garden naturally trap sediment that flows with the runoff, and the roots absorb the water and the nutrients. And they provide beauty in the landscape and a habitat for wildlife such as butterflies, bees, and birds.
And we had another issue out here with our rain garden in that there was some flooding in the road here locally, and it handles a lot of water, our rain garden out here, doesn't it?
In fact, we've noticed out here on Cambridge Avenue, beside the rain garden, that the ponding in the roadway has lessened considerably since we cleared sediment from the adjacent parking lot here. And it allows the water to flow in the inlet into the rain garden instead of out into the street.
Yeah, we had some water that was just cascading right down that sidewalk from the parking lot instead of following the path that originally was supposed to be taking.
Well, and if you consider that an inch of rainfall over an impervious surface such as a roof or a parking lot can yield up to 623 gallons of water. And our Clemson rain garden has the capacity to hold and absorb approximately 24,000 gallons of stormwater during any given rain event.
Well, that's great, and it's good for us in this commercial parking lot area, but home owners could kind of incorporate this concept as well.
Well, rain gardens can be placed on almost any property that percolates well and where the soil can be amended. And guidance is available for homeowners with the South Carolina Rain Garden Manual, which is available here at the Clemson Extension office, or it can be downloaded from the Clemson University website.
Yeah, and we had some challenges with our rain garden out here because we really hadn't been working on it or with it for a couple of years. It had gotten overgrown, and we met with the county and they helped us do some major renovation, but we had some other challenges in the rain garden, and you've kind of come up with some solutions for that.
Well, we did. The west end of the rain garden was covered in knee-high grass. The director of Parks and Recreation, when he was here for the site evaluation, identified it as Bahia grass, which was bad news. So I called Adam Gore, who is the Clemson Extension turf specialist for Abbeville County, and asked him if he could come over and do a site visit and give us an idea of the extent of the invasion and some management strategies to control it. So he informed us that in addition to having the healthy stand of bahia grass, we also had a buttonweed invasion, which was, again, not good news. So the strategy for a quick solution was to apply herbicide to the grass and the weeds, but we rejected that because it defeats the purpose of preventing pollutants to get into the groundwater. The next management strategy was sheet mulching, and Adam recommended that we use heavy-duty tarps, but they were really expensive. And the other option was 6 mil black poly sheeting, which again was costly, and then we would have to put it into the landfill. So we did a little bit of research, and we found cardboard to be a better green alternative because it decomposes to enrich and enhance the soil. It's an attractive habitat for earthworms. It's free, and it stays out of the landfill.
Yeah, that was a great solution. And there are some things people need to think about, though, when they are using cardboard to do this process.
Exactly. You want to choose dull cardboard and not shiny or wax-coated cardboard. And you need to remove any labels on the cardboard that might not decompose, all of the plastic tape, and any staples. For a large area like we were working with, we found furniture stores to be a great resource because of the large pieces that cover dressers and mattresses, and they tend not to have a lot of staples in them.
That's helpful.
Yes. So one piece of advice: when you think you have too much cardboard for the job, go back and double or triple the amount. It goes quickly.
Yeah, and we did have some places where, some of the cardboard may have been cut or unfolded, and sometimes that's just enough light for that weed to pop up through, right?
Exactly. You need to overlap on all sides 6 inches. And like you say, make sure that you cover up any holes or cracks or any other openings where the sunlight can peek through and encourage that grass or weed to sink the sunlight and continue growing.
Mm-hmm. And then, after you put that cardboard down, then what's the steps to finish that out?
After we got the cardboard down, we thoroughly saturated it with water. And we were fortunate that we had a couple of nice rain events that saturated it even further. And you also want to weight it down so that it doesn't blow around into the streets or around the neighborhood. So we used pots filled with dirt to hold ours down. And we didn't have wood chip mulch to put down over it, which is another thing that holds it down. So we had to use those pots of dirt. But eventually we got a dump truck load of double shredded wood chip mulch, and took some work, but we put down 3 inches of the mulch on top of the cardboard, and then we also dressed the walls of the rain garden to suppress the weeds that were coming through there as well.
Yeah, we had some great volunteers. Some local master gardeners came out and helped us
Absolutely.
move some mulch.
Yes.
So you may have seen us, Greenwood, as you were driving by, shoveling and wheelbarrowing. So it seems to be working really well for us right now. We've got some good weed control.
The cardboard has done a great job of smothering the bahia grass and hopefully the buttonweed. But, and there are a few sprigs that are showing up because I'm not sure you can completely cover up every spot that a blade of grass might come
Oh,
through.
sure. Yeah.
So we just pull it back out.
It's a continuous battle, right? It's Mother Nature.
Exactly.
We have to deal with the weeds, the way the weeds will germinate and more will come in. And
Yeah.
that's just part of maintenance of the
Well,
landscape.
and we've planted, continued to plant. We can make small cuts through the cardboard to put our plants in, and we've already noticed that the cardboard is decomposing. So I think it's doing the job we expected.
Excellent. And I will back up now and kind of segue to another topic by asking you, how did you get involved in this program, project? How did you get involved in this project?
Well, after I completed the Master Gardener class and passed the exam, thankfully, at the end of April, I became a Master Gardener intern. And to become certified and eligible to call yourself a Master Gardener, you have to complete 40 hours of education service. So the interns got emails from you and the Lakeland's Master Gardeners with opportunities for education service. And the Clemson Rain Garden was one of those projects. So I came over and did a site evaluation to get an idea of the scope of work that would be involved. And I was inspired to write a proposal to restore the garden to be functional, beautiful, and educational. So I wrote in a component to have an interpretive experience for visitors to the rain garden so that they could learn about the function and purpose of rain gardens.
Yeah, and so we're in the process. Eventually we'll have some nice signage along the rain garden so that people can come out and learn about it and give themselves a self-tour,
Right.
learn about the rain garden process and how the plants and the storm water gets filtered and all of those things. And so if you're interested in being a Master Gardener, we have a class coming up. It's starting February 1st. It will be on Tuesday mornings for 16 weeks. And so contact us here at the office and we can get you more of those details on what it takes to become a Master Gardener volunteer. It is a volunteer program, and basically what we're doing is we're training you all about gardening in our area so that you will be able to help spread that knowledge with others. Well, thanks, Greenwood, and come see our garden.